The story of Silent Night. In 1818, a band of roving actors was performing in little towns throughout the Austrian Alps. On December 23rd, they arrived at the tiny village of Oberndorf, near Salzburg, where they were scheduled to perform the story of Christ's birth in the Church of St. Nicholas. Unfortunately, the church organ wasn't working due to mice or rust, and would not be repaired before Christmas. With the church organ out of commission, the Christmas drama was presented in a private home instead. The Christmas presentation left Assistant Pastor Joseph Moore in a meditative mood. So instead of walking straight to his house, he took a longer way home. His path took him up over a hill, overlooking the village. From that hilltop, Pastor Moore looked down on the peaceful, snow-covered village. Reveling in the winter night's majestic silence, he gazed down at the glowing scene. His thoughts turned from the Christmas play he had just seen to a poem he had written a couple of years earlier. It was a reflection on that night when angels announced the birth of the long-awaited Messiah to shepherds on a hillside. Joseph Moore decided those words would make a good carol for his church to sing the following evening at their Christmas Eve service. However, he didn't have any music to which that poem could be sung. So the next day, Moore went to see the church organist, Franz Gruber. Although he had only a few hours to come up with something, by that evening, Gruber composed a musical setting for Moore's poem, which could be sung with a guitar, since the organ was broken. On Christmas Eve, Gruber and Moore sang their new composition to the little congregation, accompanied by Gruber's guitar. Weeks later, well-known organ builder Karl Moracker arrived to fix the St. Nicholas church organ. When he finished, Moracker stepped back to let Gruber test the instrument. Sitting down, Gruber began to play the melody he had written for Moore's poem. Deeply impressed, Moracker took Silent Night back to his own alpine village, Kapfing. There, two well-known families of singers, the Rainers and the Strassers, heard it. Captivated by Silent Night, both groups put the new song into their Christmas season repertoire. The Strasser sisters spread the carol throughout Northern Europe. In 1834, after they had performed Silent Night for King Frederick William IV of Prussia, that king ordered his cathedral choir to sing it every Christmas Eve. The Rainers brought the song to the United States in 1839, singing it in German at the Alexander Hamilton Monument, located outside New York City's Trinity Church. In 1863, nearly 50 years after being written in German, Silent Night was translated into the English language. Still today, in Austria, Stille Nacht is considered to be a national treasure. Traditionally, the song may not be played publicly before Christmas Eve, and any commercial use of the 180-year-old carol is strictly forbidden. Silent Night enjoys a revered position among Christmas carols all over the world, no matter what it may be called or in which language it may be performed.